Hello everybody, my name is Brian Kish and I'm doing my presentation on HUDL and how it's changed the game of life through information technology. I'm going to be using a format similar to YouTube presentations, just allowing you to see some of the things of how we use it and talk about how HUDL came to be and some of the successes it has, as well as how it affected my life. Back in 2006, the University of Nebraska football coaches were looking to improve their technology. And they spoke with the president of Microsoft's business division, and he helped create an entrepreneurship in computer science for the university. He recommended some 3D training and software. And with that, three undergraduates, a guy by the name of David Graff, Brian Kaiser, and John Wirtz, signed up for the program. And they were originally computer graphics specialists, but they started developing software for strengths and weaknesses that the coaches could see in the field of play. So it was groundbreaking for the industry, and they were given from Microsoft a $1.25 million angel investment in 2007 and enabled them to come up with the company HUDL as we know it today. Directly on their website, they talk about their company, and they mention that they can't believe so much time is wasted. They called it a fantabulous age of information and technology. And they recognize the value of time wasted burning DVDs and distributing phone book sized playbooks, they mentioned, to every single athlete on the team. So their initial goals were actually straightforward. Make all the video, play diagrams, and coaching presentations securely available, but available to the entire team on the internet. And as of some of the articles I looked at, as you see in the background, as of January in 2013, 11,000 plus high schools, 2,000 youth teams, 800 college universities, 10 NFL teams, including the New York Jets, and 8 NHL teams and 1 NBA team globally use HUDL. So the coaches stated that HUDL solves the biggest hurdles, which was editing time and sharing securely. It has been said that coaches can edit, annotate, and post video to their players in less than an hour. That type of editing used to take 12 plus hours, which was half the day. And they could not even view it on their mobile devices, laptops, or iPhones. HUDL today has made that completely available for universities and their coaches to use. So you have the availability of viewing it from multiple different areas in multiple different places. HUDL then decided to make a big business move and collaborate and purchase the two competitive markets, digital sports video and Apex. This was what I looked into in terms of collaboration and what we talked about in our class. It was getting all the experts together working as one. So their ability to purchase those has built them a monopoly to where everybody now uses HUDL, but again, they have all the experts working for them. So competitors are going to have a very tough time breaking into that market. As of 2012, HUDL had 73 employees. I apologize. At the end of 2013, at the end of 2012, HUDL had 73 employees. And at the end of 2012, HUDL now has 104 full-time employees and 15 internships. One of the other articles which I pulled up was that HUDL is one of the fastest growing companies in the state of Nebraska. All right. So they first made their top 5,000 list, and they came in at number 149. That's one of the highest rankings ever from Lincoln, Nebraska, and that's worldwide. Their 3-year growth was 2,535%. and their revenue in 2012 alone was 14.1 million people. All right. So the interest of HUDL existed in the dominance of people distributing the information. So any team that basically wanted HUDL had to go to their conference, or I should say, once the conferences incurred HUDL, they weren't able to use anything else. And it enabled coaches and players to distribute their information instantaneously. And over time and in the past, that was just not possible. Coaches used to go from place to place driving. One of the coaches would drive and meet the other coach because they were so worried about security and their information being gotten into the wrong hands. So it's an amazing industry that HUDL was able to go in and by securely sending the information over the internet, completely take over and allow people to get information instantaneously after the games had been ended and edited. So essentially they broke into a multi-billion-dollar business and monopolized it, allowing really no other competitors except the ones that they took over to be involved. Some of the major strengths of HUDL software, which I'm going to show you on my iPad in a couple minutes, are the availability of it, and that's as I show you right down here. It comes on the computer, it comes on the iPad, you can get it on your iPhone and use it pretty much anywhere you want. You must remember that that stuff is important because that used to take time to do. All right, time and effort setting up all those meetings and doing all those things. But now, with the help of HUDL, they enabled you to send that information. You can email information, you can text message information, and it just really adds itself to an opportunity to produce a very valuable product. As we look here at my iPad, I'm going to go into just showing you how HUDL works a little bit and talk to you about what the advantages are to that. So when we go into HUDL, we can go into our video, all right, and essentially that shows all of our practices in the fall, I apologize, in the spring. I can click on any one of those and show some video. If I want to look at any upcoming team, I go on there to King's College. Now what you notice there, that's the first team we play in 2014. What you notice there is that it's already in there. We used to have to ask and request for tapes for that before, and the distribution of that was very hard. We could go right to our second team, which is McDaniel, which we have some information on. And or the organizational value also of HUDL is truly amazing. So if I want to look at King's College and playing against Delaware, it'll load it up for me. I apologize, it's Del Val. I get a look at the play. And if you see down there, all the information is below and edited to what you want to watch. So it's that easy for me to use in the OR. Anytime I have a break of the day, look at it, and then I can also edit notes to that. So it's a really nice feature, takes it from 2 different angles, and you can put as many angles in as you want, but it shows it, and then it goes to the next play. If I want to jump a play, I can just hit the button, it takes me right to that play. In the past, you had to rewind, fast forward, use your DVD player. This takes you right to it instantaneously. Also, if you go back to the video here, whoops, and then video, and you go into the spring ball, I'll show you our spring practice breakdown. Here's one of the editing options that they put in that makes it really nice and available. Whoops, there we go. All right, go back into video and go back into spring practice. As you can see, it's very user-friendly, and then you'll make some mistakes sometimes, but it allows you to really go through and look at some of the things that you want to look at. So this is about looking at the players and what they're doing and working on each and every one of their movements. So we can go in there, edit movements, and go right from there. She goes to the next play, stuff like that. More options is just ability to go into a Skelly practice and we can really look at what we want to look at, the play. All right, I want to rewind it. I can just rewind it by hand right there. I can go to the beginning of the play by just tapping that button there, and you get the same play over and over again. It's a really nice feature. So that in itself is what really made HUDL stand out. It's the ability to use these iPads, iPhones, and gives you the availability, but again, essentially take out all the gritty work of anything that it had to do in the past. So the point of this is to talk about why has HUDL made a change in my life or even other people's life, and how has IT taking a project just like HUDL and turning it into a opportunity for much more. What I feel IT does is turn things into much more of what they're doing. So what I did today is I put together a slideshow of my daughter and some pictures over the last time I had. And my final story is to discuss how I got involved in this. And I was offered a coaching position for the last 3 years at Moravian and couldn't find time to manage opportunities that I had because I wanted to spend time with my family and friends. And it was similar to the article we read about the Cisco company and the CIO that wanted to live with his family but still work with the company. Through this opportunity, I was working in sports management and always wanted to go into administration, but I didn't think it was going to become available. So when I met with Coach, he talked to me about the availability and that I didn't have to put that much time in at the facility. So that made me ring a bell, and I just said, well, how is that even possible? And that's when he brought HUDL to my attention. He said that not only will you not have to come in on all-day Saturday meetings, Sunday meetings, I should say, you can actually watch your film at home, make your edits to it, and send it to the players. So then come Monday or Tuesday, when you see them again, they'll have already gotten all your information. This has completely transcended the opportunity for me to take advantage of it. And also, through that program, and because HUDL enabled me to take the position, I'm now able to get my MBA, and I'm working in healthcare management. So it's the ability for HUDL to give me the opportunities to do a lot of my work in a mobile environment has really changed my life and presented me with the opportunity to go into my dreams of being in the healthcare administration field and still also spend time with my family and also coach football. So I wanted to leave you and thank you for taking the time to watch my presentation. I hope you learned a little bit about HUDL, but the real takeaway here is remembering that this information and software is developed for people to help with their business, but there's many more opportunities for what's available in how it can change people's lives. Probably a lot more than any of those 3 guys in Nebraska thought about in the past. So I want to thank you for your time and hope you enjoyed the presentation.